my first time seeing whales in my whole life, seeing them bubble net feeding in Alaska, surrounded by snow-capped mountains, glaciers, and pristine, calm Alaskan waters. And seeing that volume of whales sort of bursting out of the water was really one of the highlights of my entire life. It was absolutely incredible. My name's Ed Goodall and I'm the head of Intergovernmental Engagement here at WDC, and I just got back from an incredible trip to Alaska. I was visiting a research project that WDC are helping to fund that is led by the University of Alaska Southeast in partnership with the University of Vermont and the Alaska Whale Foundation. And this project is really the first of its kind to test the whale pump hypothesis in the field. And the whale pump is where whales circulate nutrients from depth and make them available up at the surface for phytoplankton to use and to grow. And phytoplankton are amazing tiny little creatures that help to fix and store and sequester carbon, which is important in the mission to tackle climate change. And that makes whales our super incredible climate giant allies, and we need to recover their numbers so that they can help fill the ocean back up with life and increase its resilience in the face of so much change. So Dr. Heidi Pearson, who I was visiting, and her team, led by Dana Block in the field, are collecting data on how deep these whales are diving, how long they're taking to return to the surface, and determining whether or not they're diving above or below what we call the mixed layer. And this is really important because nutrients coming from below the mixed layer are new to the surface of the oceanic system and create additional growth of those really important phytoplankton. They're also collecting whale poop samples and determining the level of nutrients in that. And then they're testing that poop in the lab to see how much that poop increases phytoplankton growth. And they're in the final year of collecting data and processing it in the lab. And hopefully their paper and their findings will come out in 2024 or shortly after. And the project is focusing on the population of North Pacific humpback whales that visit Alaska every summer to feed. And they're really great to study as we already have quite a lot of information about them, and adding in this new data can give us a much more rounded picture of what they're doing in the ecosystem. So humpback whales are usually solitary creatures, apart from mother and calf pairs, of course, but they come together in groups to feed around Alaska and engage in an amazing behavior called bubble net feeding. Now, this is where a lead whale dives down below and blows a big ring of bubbles that rises to the surface, trapping fish in a concentrated group. And then all of the whales gulp together at the surface, feeding together for sort of maximum calories with a shared minimal effort. And it's really amazing to see watching their intelligence and their intent while they're going about this at the same time. And as they've taken that gulp at the surface, some of them were letting out these incredibly sort of contented blows as they swallowed their food. And it was an experience that will stay with me forever and drive me on as I work with my colleagues here at WDC to help make the ocean a safer place for them to live. I was also so lucky to see a pod of orca while I was there playing, and they even had a little calf with them that was still a little bit orange. And I didn't think it could get better after seeing those humpback whales, but it really just took it to another level for me. There's a lot of tourists in Juneau where I was visiting, and not a single person actually knew about how important whales are for the wider ocean and for climate. So projects like this that we need to do more of and help spread the word so that we can help save the whale and save the world.